Hello everyone on YouTube. Who am I? I'm a fat guy doing a review today, but I am better known when I do reviews as Protect Your Holes. Hopefully all you out there are protecting your holes. But today I'm not here to discuss protecting your holes. I am here to discuss the TaoTronics Elune TT DL01 Dimmable LED Desk Lamp. I noticed there weren't a lot of reviews on this online, and even though I'm probably not the best person to be doing reviews, you don't have much of a choice because there's not a lot of info online, so you're stuck with me. And since you are stuck with me, I might as well give you the info on the lamp that I recently bought. First thing I'd like to mention is, as you probably can guess from the name, TaoTronics does their manufacturing in China. And I went to their website, and they do their distributing in California, but it's pretty clear that, they do their manufacturing in China. And, I was a bit skeptical to buy this when I found that out, but the reviews on Amazon were just fantastic, and this light had absolutely everything I wanted. Now, you might notice that, the room I'm in is kind of dark, and that's obviously because I want to show you the power of the light. Right now, the only light that I have shining on my beautiful face is light from a web browser directly in front of me, open to the white page of Google. You can tell that that's not really a lot of light, just enough light to, see some features, but I'm in a big, cluttered room right now, my living room, and, it's not easy to fill this living room with light, but this lamp does so quite well. So I'm going to go ahead and show you guys how it works. Alright, just go ahead and take a look at the room. You see it's nice and dark. This light is nice because it folds out. Obviously, if you're doing research for this product, you will know that these LED lights, let me see how many is in here, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18 lights in the top of this. And it gets pretty bright. They say that this lasts for 25 years under normal use, but you know how they always rate those things. Normal use is probably like 1 to 2 hours. They're real low with that. So, considering I'm not going to wait 25 years to do this review, I'm not going to be able to tell you if they live up to that standard. But even low estimates, if it works for 10 years, you got a lot out of a $60 product. Or let me see how much I paid for it exactly. Alright, I purchased this somewhere around December 28th is when it was delivered to me. I ordered it on December 25th. So yeah, that's right. On Christmas, I had such little of a life that I was on Amazon buying a lamp that I didn't really need but wanted. So yeah, that tells you a little bit about me. But I paid $64.99 at the time of doing this on December 25th, 2013. So let's give this a test spin, shall we? We'll start with the lowest setting. Oh, never mind. This is the study setting. Now, as you can see, that is fucking bright. Sorry for the coarse language, but yeah, that's bright. I'll go ahead and give you a gander here. Try to clear off my desk as much as possible so you can see just the light. Now, see, you're going to see nothing but a big glowing orb on the camera, but if you were here, let me try and get an angle so you might be able to see. Nope, still just a glowing light. But if you were here, you'd be able to see the distinct lights. Something cool about this too is it does not get hot. Check it out. Not only does it not get hot, you're not actually touching the bulbs, because in the bulbs, if you can hear this, there's a plastic casing that holds bulbs in. This is nice because not only does it not get hot, but if you tipped it over or, your cat knocks it over or some shit, it's not going to break the light bulbs because the light bulbs are nice and tightly encased. And they're also pretty small. I would say each light bulb is maybe the size of a dime, not even. So yeah, that's pretty impressive. Alright, so you see the setting on its study setting. This has 4 distinct settings. Study, that's a study. Let me go ahead and turn to reading. As you see, reading is even a more brighter, that's great English, even brighter setting than the study is. It's got a little bit of oh, I just noticed that. Okay, it's got a little bit of a different look to it in the colors. I don't know if you can really see based on the orb. Yeah, you see how that kind of lights up. It's a little bit more of a yellow light. Now, what I just noticed is that there's a third row of lights, there's two distinct rows of lights on either side, right? So let's say these are 2-row lights. When you turn on that third one, there's a center one that pops up. And the center one's even smaller bulbs. And it goes right down the middle. And that's what changes it from study to reading. Because apparently if you're reading, you need to be in an airport. But, you know, it's nice to be able to have that brightness. Now let me go ahead and turn it to the relaxing light. Ooh, yeah, you can almost hear the porno movie music start when I turn that on. Yeah, and if you notice, that's a little bit more yellow. Let me go ahead and switch that back. Reading, study, relax. And that's a little bit lighter than the other setting. It's not quite as bright. But then there's one lower setting. Oops, that's not relaxing. This is relaxing. Here we go. Alright, so this is a relaxing, and you notice it's a yellow light instead of the white. That's what's nice about this, is you can get the light LED, the white LED and the yellow LED. And the yellow one kind of mimics a normal bulb. One of the bulbs that are about to be outlawed here in just a few months, actually, or maybe in this month. And here's the lowest setting. This is called sleep. Now see, that's nice and dim. You can probably look at that one. Yeah, you can see it's not so bright. But what they say on the box, it was something really funny. Chinese English said something about you can put this on and sweet dreams will await. Now I can't tell you if it's actually going to give you sweet dreams, and I'm gonna go ahead and guess it's just an advertising thing. But you know, it's not that bright. It's definitely not distracting. This is a nice setting. I use this setting most of the day when there's actually ambient light coming in the windows and stuff. I don't really need a lot of light. I keep it on this. But besides that, a couple other features. It also has a sleep timer. So if you were going to lay down and you're as lazy as I am, you can hit the sleep timer. You know, go lay down. And I guess by the time you go to sleep, it'll have turned itself off. And it also has the built-in USB. Let's see if you can see this over here. Right here. Let me zoom this in a little bit for you guys. You can see right here. Let me turn this up a little. Right over here, there's a USB slot, a single USB. It'll charge, you know, anything that takes USB. I use it for my iPhone, but you could use it for e-reader. Pretty much anything that you need to charge. And another nice feature of it, check this out, is its thin profile, but also it tilts. Look at this. It not only tilts all the way forward on this axis, but there's another axis up here, which also lets it tip. And look, it could be folded all the way down. Boom. Look at that. It's like you're carrying light in a briefcase. Now, how cool is that? And you can, it provides a nice little amount of light just from that. Oh, let me zoom out. You don't want to see my fucking chest, acne. But, yeah, it provides even a nice amount of light just from that alone. But, when you open it up, bam, look at all the light. I mean, that's pretty cool. And because you can tilt it, and because it's so thin, it fits in a lot of places that it normally would not fit. As you see, my desk is cluttered as hell, and it's perfect for that situation because, you know, it doesn't take up much space. It can take up even less space when you fold it. And if anything is in the way, you can tilt it forward and backward. You can tilt the axis up light and, you know, get out of the way of anything that you might, you know, not want to touch. But if it does touch something, you don't really have to worry because it doesn't get hot. And I've been running it, you know, for hours and hours. It does not even get warm. I mean, you cannot do anything with it if you're trying to get heat from it. As for value, you know, I think it's a great value. So far, I like it. As for cons, if I had to give one con, it would be that the touchscreen buttons, all the buttons are touchscreen, they're not physical buttons. And they're a bit finicky to push. Sometimes I have to push them, 4 and 5 times, even when I'm pushing directly over the picture to get it to work. And, my fingers are probably the skinniest part about me. And still, I have trouble. I notice I have less trouble if I use my thumb directly over it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, that's perfect accuracy. But if I use my finger directly over the picture, 1, see, missed it that time, missed it that time, 2. I missed it the first time there, so it took me 4 tries on the third button and 2 attempts on the second button, or the fourth button. See, that's not a huge deal, because, you just have to push it a couple times and it will work. But, it's just a bit annoying. And that's the only con I can really find about it. So, do I think it's worth it? Personally, yeah, I definitely do. I mean, this thing's going to last you well over a decade. If you use a light too, it'll probably last you longer than that. But with, heavy use, if you were using it as the main light in a room, I think a decade would be a fair expectation of how long it'll work. Now, will the company honor a warranty, or will they still be there in a decade if there was a problem? I can't say that. A Chinese company, you never know. I mean, it's not like they have a reputation of making the greatest products, but at the same time, you can't just stereotype them all. China, they're emerging. They've gotten, they have their bad companies and good companies, and judging by the reviews I've seen on this must be one of the better companies, because this lamp is awesome. So if you have the money to spare, and you don't want to be buying another lamp, you don't want to mess with buying bulbs all the time and stuff, go ahead and get one. Definitely recommend it. And I'll leave the Amazon link below, and if you like it, go ahead and leave a comment. I appreciate it. And that's it. As always, protect your holes. I'm out.